Hey everybody, this is Rob, and continuing with our April Fool's Comedy Marathon, I'm going to be doing something different with this video. Up to this point we've done reviews of like parodies and some recent films, but today we're going to go way back to 1971 and I'll be reviewing a classic dark comedy called Harold and Maude. It stars Bud Cort as Harold, who is bored with his wealthy family. He's obsessed with death, and sometimes he does fake suicides in order to tick off his mom. One day he meets Maude, played by Ruth Gordon. She is like his exact opposite. She's almost 80, and she likes to look on the bright side of life. As a matter of fact, one of her philosophies, you gotta live life to the fullest each day because you could be gone the next. And dark comedy has always been hit and miss with audience. I guess it's an acquired taste because dark comedy makes fun of things that society usually holds very seriously, like death, religion, and so it's exactly the opposite of lighter comedy. So this is that's why I think dark comedy can be very hit and miss with people, and it's an acquired taste. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very funny, and there were some other interesting comparisons I noticed, like Harold's home that he shares with his mom, forceful, constantly shoving things down his throat. The house is always dark and uninteresting, but whenever Harold goes out and meets up with Maude, it's colorful and bright. And I gotta say, for dark comedy, it was had a rather uplifting message, which was, live life to the fullest. And other uplifting things about the film was Cat Stevens' score is rather uplifting, I guess, to kind of counterbalance the dark, morbid tone of the film. I thought sometimes the score could be a little bit much, but there were a few good moments that I ended up singing along with the score. And there's some of my favorite scenes with Harold and Maude was Harold's mom is constantly setting him up with dates, and some of the dates, including the third one, I thought were very, very funny and very enjoyable. And dark comedy often covers a lot of ground, and Harold and Maude covers it too. Like, for example, some themes with dark comedy is that man is like a beastly animal, and we kind of get a taste of that with Harold's uncle, who is in the army. We get a bit of taste of that, and there's some funny scenes there where they make fun of the army. And that another thing about dark comedy, another theme, is that life is pointless joke sometimes, and we kind of get that. Harold's life is, he feels life is a little bit empty and no point. And of course, another topic of dark comedy is death, which we see a lot of here. But I think this is I really enjoyed this movie, and I remember many years ago my mom kept insisting that I see this movie, and I did, and I really enjoyed it. It's probably my favorite dark comedy. It's not quite as weird as some other films that I've seen in the dark comedy subgenre of comedy. There are a few shockers and some surprises, and but then again, you kind of find that in dark comedies anyway, and some of them coax you into laughter. So Harold and Maude, I think, is a great comedy. If you've never seen dark comedy, or if you've seen few and they've been a little bit too odd for your taste, I definitely recommend checking out Harold and Maude. I really enjoyed it, and I hope that more people do too. Okay, that's it for the Harold and Maude review. Feel free to leave any comments as usual. What did you think of the film if you've seen it? And if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend giving it a try. And of course, leave your opinions about the video as well. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you next time.